Okay, let's dive into the foundational concepts. And the foundational concepts of what this body of work is built upon is so important to understand because if you have a strong foundation, whatever you build upon it, the chances are it's going to stick. But if you have a weak foundation or holes in your learning or you're missing some information at that ground level, then what's going to happen is eventually you could build all this great stuff and have all these great learnings, and it's all going to come tumbling down. So we're going to start with one of the most important foundational concepts of the biocode system. And the truth is that we all have learned that stress is a problem, right? We all experience it on a day-to-day basis. We all feel it. And we all have strategies of how we handle these moments. And for the most part, what most people do is they experience some form of stress and they move away from the situation to decompress, to get their energy back, to pull themselves together. I call that take the day off strategies, meaning you move away from the moment to get yourself together. Maybe you take a walk, you take a breath, you take a nap, maybe you do a yoga class, you go get a nice healthy meal. We do something to get our energy back. And all of these things are phenomenal. They're great practices. I love them. I love all the take the day off strategies. But here's the challenge, and this is an and, not an or. Come Monday morning or that next moment, it's waiting for you again. And whatever it is that stressed you out is going to deplete you once again. So the biocode system teaches you the practices to take the day on. That's right. In the moment, throughout the day, real time, real life, you are going to learn practical exercises to build yourself up to be able to become stronger than whatever it is that you're facing. Because the truth is, we live in a problem-solving world all day, every day. And problems and people are not going to go away. That's just part of life. That's what we signed up for. We can't change that. But what we can change is how we show up to meet those problems. So I'm here to say another new way of thinking, a very, very important foundational concept to the biocode system is this. Your problems are not the problem. Problems are constant. Problems are here to stay. Problems really don't go away. They just change. If we took your to-do list and we knocked it out, by tomorrow morning, you'd have more problems to solve because problems are a part of life. So if our problems really aren't the problem, then the next logical question would be, then what is the problem? And I'm here to say it's us in it, that we never learned how to approach problems from a place of mental clarity, emotional stability, compassion and kindness with new, fresh ideas and solutions to move things forward. We become very reactive and responsive because we're missing this skill set. So with the biocode system, you're going to learn how to practically, real life, in the moment, exercise yourself, your thoughts, your behaviors, your words, deeds, and actions. So when you show up to any problem, any person, any issue, you're going to be focused on strengthening yourself to meet those moments with kindness, compassion, so we can start to have better interactions regardless of the problems that we're facing. Now, that's a fresh idea. That's a new idea. And I'll tell you one thing, it is a life-changing idea. So we're going to start right now with what I call the imagine statement. And the imagine statement is our goal together. And if we could accomplish this together, you're going to be pretty darn happy. So imagine being so empowered that you could get through a single day without anyone driving you crazy, including yourself, especially yourself. That would be a strong win, a thumbs up, wouldn't it? We're going to definitely do that. Imagine having the resilience and strength to navigate challenging situations on a daily basis. Yup, we're going to be able to do that as well. So when life comes at you, and it will, instead of needing to take the day off, you are going to be ready to take the day on. Okay, I bet you're super excited now to see what are the biocodes. So on this card right here, you will see there are 5 biocodes, and this card is set up for the learner. It is set up specifically with colors, with icons. You could see that each biocode is numbered. We'll learn them in order, but we don't utilize them in order. They're different tools in your tool belt that you will pull out in any given moment when you need them throughout the day to do these practices. You could see that each biocode has a name of the biocode and a benefit, what you will receive by doing these practices. So we're going to go over each of these biocodes at a high level, and I want you to think of them like big subjects, like reading, writing, and arithmetic. You could go so deep and so wide with each one of these skill sets, but I'm going to walk you through them at a high level to get you familiar with this card. And remember, utilize it the way that you see best. If you're a visual learner, look for the colors. If you like to think in numbers, think about the name. This card is for you to memorize and to use in your practice. Now, the very first biocode, biocode 1, the skill set that you're going to learn in this is that you are separate and distinct from other people and problems, and we're going to focus on self-empowerment. How you're showing up in any given moment. We're going to keep the focus on you. We're going to work on you. Then we're going to look at the problems that we're facing, meaning how you're showing up to any given problem or issue is more important than what we're trying to solve for. So there's a step that we're going to add. We're going to open some neural pathways in your brain, and we're going to add a step before problem solving, and that's you noticing your behaviors so you can approach that situation with stability, mental clarity, and of course, always kindness. Now, the reason why this biocode is yellow, because when I think of the color yellow, I think of the sun, I think of light, and I think of empowerment. This is called the self-empowerment code, right? The insider code. And you're going to learn in here that you're the only one in the gym, that no matter what anybody else is doing or saying or thinking or feeling or believing, this program is all about you. So you're going to be able to learn how to accept 100% responsibility for how you're showing up in any given moment by bringing the focus back to yourself first, then observing how you want to handle that situation. And that is true empowerment. The reason why we call it the insider codes is because what pushes against you or what pushes against me is different. That's why the biocode system is an objective way of dealing with subjective things, meaning the system is the same for everybody. Just like if you go to the gym, the machines are the same for everyone. How you work out is from where you're at. So it's a universal system that meets you where you're at, which makes it personal. So it helps you to grow real time, real life, and real time moments from wherever you're at in any given moment. And that's empowerment. The second biocode is the inner workout. You know, we go to the gym and we exercise our body and we go on the treadmill and we lift weights and do yoga and do all of these great exercises. We're so familiar with personal physical fitness. But who's teaching us how to work out our weaker thoughts and emotions. And I'm sure you've noticed by now that many of us throughout any given day have a lot of negative thinking. We overthink things. We have stories in our head that doesn't serve us. We have emotions that we can't control. Well, this code is so powerful because if your thoughts are controlling you and you are not controlling your thoughts, if you are not consciously and selectively deciding what you want to think about, when you want to think about it, and how you want to show up in that moment, then we have to start to do the inner workout. So this code teaches you how to start taking control of your thinking and build inner strength to be able to deal with any given moment. Now, the reason why it's red is because we grow from pain, from inflammation, from where we can't do this, where we're in a storm inside of our head, where we're ruminating, where we're overthinking, where we're worrying, all these moments where you can't do these things with the biocode system are going to be your opportunities to grow and to do these exercises. And like any good exercise program, the more you practice, the better you get at it. The third biocode is a timing code. And this one is so important because we all know you could say the right thing in the wrong time, and it is absolutely going to be the wrong thing. Because when emotions become unstable and become elevated, or when somebody becomes sad, it is never the time to problem solve. There's a time to feel. Our feelings are for feeling. They came in the package on purpose and with purpose. And there's a time to deal, to talk things through, to think things through. But it is never within the same moment. The only functional time to interact and problem solve is when all parties are emotionally neutral, stable. So when you look at the timing code, you're going to learn self-regulation. You're going to learn that there's a time to walk, a time to talk, a time to listen, and that we only interact when the emotions are neutral. So when you look at this dove gray color, which is such a beautiful neutral color, it's there to remind us that that's the perfect time. And in this code, you're going to learn exactly how to do this. Now, all of these biocodes, every single one of them, are going to be done anonymously, meaning nobody knows that you're doing this. Nobody is going to be involved in your behavioral practice other than you, because this program is all about you. And the truth is, we want to help ourselves. We want to be helpful to other individuals, but we do not want to discuss it, talk about it, and work on it with them. We do this practice for one reason and one reason alone, because you want to be that person. You want to be that leader. You want to be that strong. You want to be that reflective example of how to show up in any given moment, regardless of the behaviors of other people. And that's the strongest way to live. And that's the strongest way to give back to others and instill change, positive change. So we're going to do it anonymous. And anonymous leadership is much like charity, meaning if we wanted to give charity to a good cause and we wrote a check, that would be so nice. It would be so generous and so loving. Now, a higher level of giving is if we gave it anonymously, because it means we're expecting nothing in return. We're doing it because we want to be that person. We know what we did, but we don't need the credit, acknowledgement for it. Biocoding is the same thing. We're doing it because we want to be that person. We want to keep helping ourselves, and we want the influence, our interactions with others, to be positive, to be loving, to be kind, because we can, because we're going to learn how to do that. Now, I say this program is all about you, but all about you is also how you interact in the world around you. Now, there's two ways that we interact in the world around us. One, by what we say, communication, and how we navigate change, self-navigation. Biocode 4 is called the talk codes. It's effortless communication. One of the greatest problems that we have on this planet, bar none, are breakdowns of communication when things don't go according to plan. This code is so powerful because it's going to give you a skill to understand what somebody's really trying to say, regardless of how poorly they say it, and you're going to be able to translate and put the conversation out better than it came in. Now, the reason why it's green is, think of the trees. Trees communicate effortlessly. Whether it's in a crowded space or an open space, trees always give oxygen effortlessly wherever it goes. And you are going to be able to communicate that effortlessly, regardless of the weaker words or the weakness of the conversation. And the very last biocode is biocode 5, the walk codes, self-navigation. And this code is all about change. And change, as you know, is a part of life. And change comes by choice, deciding you want to make the changes that you want to make in your life, or the hard change is change by force. It's the stuff we don't raise our hand for. Now, change is so important because in those moments when it hits us, when it's super hard, we got to learn how to rebound very rapidly and pull our focus forward and keep going in that direction without bringing our last disappointment with us. In Biocode 5, you are going to master change. You are going to become fluid and flexible and change so rapidly when things are not going according to plan. Now, the reason why Biocode 5 is blue, think about the ocean. The ocean, you cannot control the ocean, right? So let's use this metaphor. If you were a rowboat and you were in the ocean and it was a beautiful day, you'd be having an easy time. You'd be rowing your boat and having fun. Why? Because you're equal to your environment. But let's say it's hurricane season and you were that rowboat, that hurricanes, winds would come, the storm would come, and you know what would happen? Yup, you would get toppled over, or that boat would get shredded, right, into a million pieces. Why? Because the circumstances are greater than our ability to navigate it. Well, here's the thing. We can't stop the storms of our life, but here's what we can do. We could build a bigger boat, meaning if you were a yacht in that environment, you wouldn't experience it the same way. If you were a cruise ship, did you know that cruise ships still go out during hurricane season because the captains know how to navigate around the storms? And if a storm is coming in one direction, they redirect the cruise ship and they go towards another destination. Well, here's the thing. In your life, we cannot stop the storms. But here's what we can do. Build a bigger you. And as you get stronger, it's easier to navigate the storms around you. So I'm super excited for you to learn all of these biocodes because they are going to be tools for you to use the rest of your life. And you will build habits that stick, and you will always pull upon them as a resource to keep helping you strengthen yourself in all situations. Okay, it's time to learn the rules to the game. Now, when you look at this card, you're going to see all the rules and how this works. So let's go over it together. Now, who are the players? I think you got this one by now. You. This is all about you, only about you, and it always will be about you. That no matter what you're facing, no matter what somebody else is doing, right or wrong. We're going to learn the step before dealing with it. Yes, you are going to have to deal with it. You are going to have to do hard things. This is not taking the high road or looking the other way. This is stabilization and mental clarity to be able to meet that moment. So this program is only about you. Now, where is this gym? Where is this gym? The gym is your everyday life. We're not going to be journaling and writing things down and having a lot of homework. The practice is done in your day because that's where you need to strengthen. That's the most important thing. So your everyday life is going to be your gym. And in these moments throughout the day is where the exercises are going to happen. So you're going to be able to build sustainable behavioral change. And that's super exciting. So every gym, right, needs some kind of resistance or some kind of weight in order to get stronger. So what's the weights in the biocode system? The weights are stressors, internal stressors or external stressors, meaning whatever is pushing against you that's causing you to weaken is going to be here to strengthen you. So I want you to think about this analogy. If you were going to the gym and you wanted to get in great shape and you lifted a really heavy weight, that weight would put stress on your muscle. You wouldn't look at it and go like, wow, this is too heavy. This is stressing me out. I need to let go of that so I can get stronger. That's ridiculous. You would never think that. In all other areas, except for human behavior, while under stress, we use stress as the strategy for personal growth. But when it comes to everyday stress, we think we need to get rid of it. We think it needs to go away. So you're going to learn this new way of thinking that stress is not the problem. The problem is you never learned how to use it to strengthen yourself so you could get stronger, and the stress that you're facing will start to feel easier. So whatever's pushing against you is going to be here to help you to examine in that moment what that is. And then you're going to learn, as you learn the system, how to start to exercise those moments and get stronger. Now, when do we practice? We practice anytime a challenge, a moment, an annoyance arises. It's in the moment. It's happening. You're going to grow as you go. It's happening throughout your day. So it's an in-the-moment practice. It's practical. It's sustainable. It creates change that sticks. And that's so exciting. So we're going to use our life as our gym, our family, our friends, our stressors, traffic, whatever it is that annoys us, bothers us, disturbs us, causes us to weaken, as opportunities to grow. As a matter of fact, the things that cause you stress are actually doing you a favor. And I want you to think of this analogy. If I had a lemon in my hand and the hand, something outside, if you were a lemon and the hand outside of you started squeezing you and pressuring you, yes, I am the problem. Yes, I'm causing all of the problem. But when I squeeze against that lemon, what's going to come out of the lemon? I'm sure you guessed it, lemon juice. And when life squeezes you, what comes out of you lives within you. Fear, worry, stress, anxiety, overwhelm. These are all the most valuable information in this exercise program to identify so we could do the work in that moment and you could get stronger. So everybody in life now is going to be doing you a favor because it's going to show you what lives within you so we could do the inner work. So you're going to be the athlete. I'm going to be your personal trainer, and we're going to get you in phenomenal shape. So let's get started. It's time to start learning what a biocode moment is. So from now on, moments are going to live in one of two categories. That's it. A moment either feels good or it doesn't. And if a moment does not feel good, we're going to call it a biocode moment. And your first exercise that you're going to start practicing is noticing these moments throughout your day and identifying them. Because in those moments are the gym. That's where you're going to be doing all of the exercises. So the first exercise is we're going to go fishing. And yes, we're fishing for moments that annoy us, that disturb us, that bother us. It doesn't matter if somebody from the outside causes it or we're bothering ourselves and disturbing ourselves. These are all biocode moments, and they're opportunities for you to grow. This exercise is an objective exercise for you to notice at the front end, the second the pain point touches you. So we're not trying to remember the story of what happened. We're not trying to say how you handled it or if you did well or if you didn't do well. None of that matters right now. All we want to know is you were going on your merry way. You woke up in the morning, everything was fine. And then all of a sudden something was said or done, or you thought something and it didn't feel good. In that exact moment, I want you to try to catch it like you're catching a fish and praise yourself. We grow with praise, not criticism. Praise yourself for catching it, for seeing it. Go, oh, that's a biocode moment. I saw it right there. And then here's the thing. That moment's going to go away. Throw it back into the ocean of life. And then we're going to look forward to catching the next one. These moments will fluctuate. You'll see one, you won't see one, you'll have a lot, you'll have a little. That's the nature of a day. The nature of a day goes up and down, up and down. Each of these moments are their own individual exercises. So the goal of catching your biocode moments is to build the awareness of where the gym is, where we're going to be doing the workouts. They're going to happen in those moments. But we can't do the workouts if we don't see it in the moment. So we're not trying to reflect back. We're not trying to project. We're not trying to do any analysis. We want to see these moments when they happen, real time. We want to catch, praise, release. So this week, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be catching our biocode moments. Now, no judgment to these moments. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just a biocode moment. And again, those moments are going to change your life forever. They're going to be your greatest opportunity to grow. Now, if you catch one moment, praise yourself. Good, I caught it. If you catch 10, if you catch 100, if you catch 1,000, phenomenal. Hooray for you. If you miss thousands of these moments, it's irrelevant. We're only focusing on what you are doing and praising that, not what you're not doing. This program is to build you up and build in the awareness to see the value of these stressful moments so you could do the work in those moments. So you're going to have fun. You're going to be catching your biocode moments this week. The hardest part about this is honestly remembering to do this. So set a reminder on your phone. Catch your biocode moments today. And every day, once, twice, 3 times a day, it's going to remind you to look for these moments, to see them in the moments, identify it. Oh, there's a biocode moment. Got it. Yes, I saw it. That's what we're building, is awareness of these moments. Now, you could catch these moments before, during, or after. You could say somebody's calling you and you know it's a person that really bothers you. It's going to be a stressful phone call. You already will feel the moment, right? Before it even happened. Catch it right there. Oh, I felt that. You could catch it exactly in the moment. You're sitting there, you're having a lovely conversation with somebody. Then all of a sudden something is said or something is done and the tone goes from good to bad. And all of a sudden you feel like, that doesn't feel good. Catch it. It's your moment. You felt it. You own it. or you could feel it after, meaning something happens, nothing goes well. And then after it, you're like, oh, why did I say that? Why did I do that? I was disturbed and annoyed. The whole thing was bothersome. Catch it after. Catch, praise, release. All of these times are equally valuable for your personal growth. One is not better than the other because sometimes in life, you'll be in the before. Other times in life, it'll happen during. Plenty of times you're going to miss it and catch it on the back end. They're all opportunities to grow. And remember, set your goals low. Lower the bar because moments come and go and they change. Every single moment is a different exercise. That means you're going to be doing good and not doing good. You're going to be catching them, then you're going to be missing them. You're going to have an easy moment, then a hard moment. This is about catching moments regardless of the moments that you're facing. Kind of like judo. It comes at you from the front, from the back, from the side. Every moment is different. So remember, this is an awareness exercise for you to see where these moments are and to get used to that because that's going to be the gym. And you're going to be the athlete. I'm your personal trainer, and we're going to get you in phenomenal shape.